Let me ask you something. How many credit cards do you have right now? 1, 2, maybe 5? Or are you someone who's been too scared to even get one because you're worried you'll mess it all up? Here's the real deal. When it comes to credit cards, there's no magic number, but there is a smart strategy behind it all. And in today's video, I'm going to break it all down for you so you get rid of all the fear you may have. Whether you're living in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, or anywhere else in the UAE, or as a matter of fact, anywhere in the world, we're diving deep into how many credit cards you should actually carry, how to build a smart mix, what to avoid, and how to use your cards without falling into the debt trap. Before we get into it, take a second and hit that like button if you've ever asked yourself this question, or if you've ever been confused about managing your credit cards in the UAE. And if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and do me a favor and do that too. I post real unfiltered content every single week about credit cards, banking, finance, and making the most of your money while living here in the UAE. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Let's start with the biggest misunderstanding about credit cards. Thinking that more cards automatically means more debt. That's just not true. It's not about how many cards you have in your wallet, it's about how you use them. You can have one card and mess it up completely, or have 4 and be on top of every single bill. So how many should you actually have? I like to think of it in 4 stages, and depending on where you are in your financial journey, you'll fall into one of these categories. From people who should only have 1 or 2 cards all the way up to those who can manage 10 or more. So let's walk through each one. Starting with the 1 to 2 credit card range, if you're just starting out or if you want to keep things super simple and manageable, this is perfect. You can still build a strong credit history, protect yourself better than using cash or debit, and earn some rewards, all while keeping things manageable. This stage is ideal for students, new expats in the UAE, or anyone who's never had a credit card before. And in the UAE, having even one card and using it responsibly and smartly shows up on your Etihad Credit Bureau report and helps you long-term when applying for things like car loans or mortgages for your future house. Now, having 1 or 2 cards is also great from a security standpoint. If your debit card gets stolen, the thief has direct access to your bank account. But with a credit card, you've got a buffer and protection. Most banks in the UAE offer zero liability protection. So if there's fraud in any case, you're not out of pocket. I've seen cases where someone's debit card info was stolen and the process to recover the money was a nightmare. And at times they might not even get it back. But with a credit card, is one call and it's all handled. Now, moving on to a 3 to 5 card range. This is what I consider the sweet spot for most people out there. It gives you flexibility without getting overwhelming. You can optimize for spending categories, maybe a card that gives great cashback on groceries and fuel, and another one for travel and lounge access, and one for general online purchases, which is like a card which is free for life, where it can just help you build your credit score. If you have kids in school, you might have a card that gives you 0% installments on tuition payments. Each card should serve a purpose. Don't get like 2 cards that both give cashbacks. Now, this is where I personally fall. I carry 3 credit cards in my wallet. One is my main cashback card from ADCB called the 365 Cashback Credit. That's my go-to for groceries, fuel, Deva, and telecom bills. I gain 3% on utilities, telecom, fuel, and Salik, 6% on dining including online orders from apps like Deliveroo, Talabat, and Kareem, 5% cashback on groceries, and 1% cashback on all other retail spends, as well as free movie tickets at Vox Cinemas. And I also think their monthly cashback limit is quite modest, capped at 1,000 dirhams. Then I have a lifestyle and travel card from Emirates Islamic Bank called Flex Elite for stuff like lounge access at airports, hotel discounts, and reward points. I've literally gotten free airplane tickets with this one after racking up my smart miles and converting it into Fly Dubai points. I use it for flights, vacations, even booking dinners. And the third on the list is a free for life backup card from Emirates NBD called Flexi Elite. I use it once every few months just to keep it active, but it also boosts my total credit limit and helps my utilization ratio stay low. Not much spending happens on this one, and to be honest, it doesn't provide that much value in terms of bonuses. But then again, it's a free for life card and it's serving its purpose in the background. Now, if you're making 10 to 20,000 dirhams per month in Dubai, this range is very manageable. Just make sure you're tracking your payments and due dates and you're aware of any minimum spend thresholds to avoid annual fees. That's exactly how you stay on top of it. Now let's go up a level. 6 to 10 cards. This is where things start to get a little more advanced. It's not for everyone, but for those who are serious about optimizing every dirham spent, this can work. You can stack rewards, chase sign-up bonuses, and have specialized cards for things like dining, entertainment, online shopping, and even foreign currency spends where you get 0% foreign transaction fees. But this is also where the discipline has to match the complexity you're stepping into. At this stage, you should absolutely be using some kind of finance tracking app like Wally or even a spreadsheet to monitor your spending. You should also know exactly what each card offers and when the payment is due. Miss one payment and not only do you get slapped with interest, but your credit score takes a hit and all the work you've put into is gone. The people I see doing well in this range are usually seasoned professionals who've been doing this for years, or business owners, or even heavy travelers. They're the ones who can justify a premium travel card like the ADCB Etihad Guest Infinite or a luxury cashback card because they're using the benefits monthly, like airport lounge access, valet parking, travel insurance, and concierge services. Now, here's the final level. 10 or more credit cards. I think this is rare, but it exists. It's what I call credit card mastery. People in this range are playing the credit card game like pros. They're optimizing sign-up bonuses, rotating spend across multiple cards, and using cards as tools and not toys. And I'm sure they're the ones who have accountants hired in-house. If you're here in the UAE and you've got 10 plus cards, you're either into points hacking, running multiple businesses, or you've found a way to extract every bit of value from annual fees. But I'll be honest, this level requires a lot of tracking and it's not for the average Joe. You really need to be reviewing your portfolio every few months and canceling cards that don't deliver or add value to your wallet. And you must also be downgrading to no fee versions whenever necessary. Personally, I'll stick to my 3. I don't chase points aggressively. I just want a system that gives me consistent value without needing to think too hard. My cashback card covers my day-to-day, my travel card adds luxury when I need it, and my free for life card quietly boosts my score in the background. That setup has worked beautifully for years. So what's the bottom line? How many cards should you have? Well, if you're brand new to credit, start with 1. Once you're confident, add a second. From there, build a system that aligns with your lifestyle and see how many you can manage. 2 to 4 cards is the sweet spot for most UAE residents, enough to get solid value without losing control. And with that being said, if you found this breakdown helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. And as always, subscribe if you already haven't. I drop new videos weekly about UAE money moves, credit cards, banking tips, and so much more. And if you're using multiple cards already, I want to hear from you. How many do you have? Which ones are giving you the most value? And which ones do you exactly use? Drop it in the comments below because I read every single one of them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.